Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is a Retiree, Episode 3, Harry's Hat Shop. A fictional short story. I like to have a purpose for my walks. One day it was to wander around looking for the few small independent stores that remain in my neighborhood. I passed a place that sold fresh-pressed orange and mango juices, smoothies and veggie drinks. I know they're healthy, but $7 a glass? Then I passed a bakery. Cheese Danish? Too tempting. I sped up. Then I came upon Harry's Men's Hat Shop. I thought, how can they stay in business? Men don't wear hats anymore except cheap baseball caps. I walked in and saw a man around my age, maybe 68, 70. In a tired voice, he asked, may I help you? I explained, and then I added, by any chance are you Harry? He nodded, but said no more. I felt I should say something, so I asked, have you always been in the hat business? He replied, until recently I was a hat maker in the garment district, but now everything's made in China. Stupidly, I asked, did you actually make the hats? He said, of course. I've been a tipper, that's who stretches the hat's crown, a brimmer forming the band line and brim, and a blocker. I set the shape of the hat and apply a thickener to keep the shape. When the company's pension kicked in, I retired. But I soon got bored. And I said, me too. He then said, hey, I'm going in for a hip replacement tomorrow. Might you be willing to fill in for a week or so until I come back? The store is almost always quiet. I'm here mainly to kill time. I found myself not hesitating. Okay. Just 6 days after I started, Harry returned, walking amazingly well and without a cane, let alone a walker. I congratulated him, and he asked how it went. I said fine, and that there were 3 customers I wanted to share the story about. A man in a bow tie, a pressed shirt, and a cravat, came in and asked for my help in finding a suitable hat for that outfit. He said he's newly single and wants to be dapper. I thought, dapper? That went out with the Roaring Twenties. But I was a good boy and just showed him 3 that I thought he might like. I read that funeral homes always show 3 caskets, just enough to give choice, not so many as to overwhelm. He tried 2 hats, put the first one back on and asked, how do I look? I said, dapper. He bought it. Then there was a man who walked in wearing a hat and said, I'm just looking for a hat to alternate with this. I asked if he wanted something for a special purpose, and he said, anything I like will do, just so it covers the baldness. I've just finished chemo. Wimpy me felt it was polite to not ignore that, so I asked, would you like to tell me what you've been through? His face dropped and said, I'd rather not. I was embarrassed at my poor judgment and deflected with, well, would you like to browse or have me show you something I think might look good on you? He browsed, picked a trilby, which is a narrow-brimmed hat. I had to look that up. He bought it, but left without saying another word. And then there was a man who looked sadder even than the cancer guy. He said he wanted a gray fedora. I knew that was a standard man's go-to hat of a previous generation, but now? I couldn't resist asking, may I ask when you're planning to wear it? He murmured, to my father's funeral. He wore it every day to work. I'll wear it and then place it in the casket. Harry asked me to pick out a hat for myself. I picked a straw bucket, which my father wore when he was gardening, which was his favorite activity. I pulled out my credit card, but Harry waved it away. I left wearing it, happy and eager to find my next post-retirement adventure. In any event, that's a Retiree Episode 3, Harry's Hat Shop. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 35 books. Perhaps most relevant to this is Senior Stories, but all 35 are on Amazon. In any event, I thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.